Hey everybody, are you struggling to find something that actually works for your body and your schedule? Well, I've got some things to tell you about today. So welcome back to Becoming a Biblical Trophy Wife, where it's more about what's inside than what's outside, but it doesn't diminish the effort that we need to put in for the outside. So let's talk about intermittent fasting, OMAD, or 1 meal a day, and calorie deficit. 3 powerful tools that are changing lives and transforming health, including mine. Yes, I do this. So what is intermittent fasting? That's where we're going to begin today. Intermittent fasting isn't a diet. It's a different pattern of eating. So you cycle between periods of eating and fasting, and there are several different ways to do this. One of the most popular methods is 16-8. I actually do 24. So 16-8 is where you fast for 16 hours and eat during an 8-hour window. So think of it like you're fasting when you're sleeping, and then you can eat when you're awake. But it's only during that 8-hour window. So if you're awake, longer than 8 hours, which most of us are, you're not going to be eating that whole time. But why does it work? Well, it works for a lot of different reasons. It lowers your insulin levels. It boosts human growth hormone. So that's a fat-burning hormone, otherwise known as HGH. And you can buy supplements that have that in there, interestingly enough. It gives your digestive system a break so that your body can start to work towards autophagy. And it improves your mental clarity and energy. So there are so many more benefits than just those. Those are the main highlights of why you might want to try intermittent fasting. Because when you're not constantly eating, your body can dip into the stored fat for energy. That's what autophagy is. And fasting actually can train your metabolism to be more efficient and work harder for you. So when you're fasting, your body is actually working hard to get rid of extra fat stores and help your body to burn what you already have going on. OMAD, or 1 meal a day, so OMAD, or 1 meal a day, that's a step further than just intermittent fasting. So OMAD is exactly what it sounds like. You eat 1 meal once per day. Sounds intense? For some people it is. But for a lot of people, it simplifies life, supercharges results, and actually can help you feel pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of hard to start, but you feel really good once you are going into it, okay? Once you're used to it. So I pair this with my carnivore diet, and it maximizes my results to make sure I'm giving my body the best possible nutrition and fuel that it needs in order to burn that fat and help me to achieve my goals. So my main meal on a normal day is beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Those are my staple foods. So my main meal is like a ribeye. I do anywhere between 3 to 5 ounces of ribeye, and then I have 2 to 3 eggs and 3 slices of bacon or 2 pieces of sausage. So that's my standard day when I'm doing OMAD, which is most of the time. There are times, holidays, special occasions, things like that, that I may eat a little bit more than just the 1 meal a day, but for the most part, during the week, on the weekends, things like that, I'm doing either just the 1 meal a day or I'm doing my fasting window. So both are very effective. And sometimes, I do it in conjunction with one another. So I would say with my 20 and 4 intermittent fast, I would have my 1 meal in that 4-hour window. Hopefully that makes sense. Excuse me. So some of the bonus points of OMAD is it maximizes your fat burning mode, like the time that you're in fat burning mode. It promotes the autophagy. So it's actually promoting that dipping into the stored fat for energy. And it's considered a cellular cleanup. So essentially cleaning up your body, cleaning up all those fat stores and using them as energy. And then it reduces decision fatigue. So there's no planning, no meal planning has to go into this, because you just buy your big slab of steak. I've shown you how to cut it up. Saves you some money doing that. That was in another video. And really that's it. Get yourself some eggs, some bacon, and you are good to go. Oh, and don't forget a good quality butter. We like local butter. We use a company called Falfurious. They're here from Texas, and we really enjoy their butter products. They're super good. And then this actually, doing OMAD, leads to spontaneous calorie reduction. So we're going to talk about that next. But OMAD can help you with the appetite control, improve your discipline so that you can really focus on what you're putting in your body as fuel. When you know you only are eating that one time per day, you're a little bit more careful about what you select. It's not about starving yourself, okay? It's about fueling your body really, really well once a day. That is OMAD. Calorie deficit. So sometimes, even with fasting, weight loss still boils down to one thing, and that is a calorie deficit. That means that you're, burning more than you're consuming, basically. So you want to make sure you are always in burning mode and consuming less, okay? So you can reach this deficit by eating less, moving more, or doing both. So I also work out every morning. I go in and I do a workout every day. And, it's usually anywhere between 20 and 45 minutes for my workouts. And that really has helped with my personal weight loss, dropping from 220 to now I'm at just under 155. So, I think, and that's been since Christmas of 2024. So just before Christmas of 2024, I started this whole journey. I've been carnivore for a while, but I really needed something else to help kickstart. And that's when we started looking into intermittent fasting, OMAD, and calorie deficit. And so I've been doing this portion of my diet and weight loss plan since 2024, December of 2024. But basically, what a calorie deficit is, calories in minus calories out equals your weight loss, okay? So fasting, OMAD can naturally help you eat less without tracking every single bite. Some people do like to track every single bite, and for some people, I still recommend that you might do that even when doing carnivore and OMAD, only because sometimes we might not be eating enough or still too much. So when you're first starting, I might recommend going ahead and just tracking. You don't have to track every ounce or anything like that, but just write down what you're eating and when, what time, so that you can kind of track when your intermittent fasting window might be. Excuse me. So if you're eating nutrient-dense foods like ribeye, eggs, and other meats, you're more satisfied. You don't feel hungry constantly. You feel fuller, and it's fewer calories. So the health benefits beyond just the weight loss, because weight loss isn't your only win here. We are looking towards overall health and mental health as well. So it's going to help lower your blood sugar and insulin resistance, improved cholesterol and triglycerides, reduced inflammation, better sleep and brain function. I can attest to every single one of these. Potential longevity benefits, and some people even reverse conditions like type 2 diabetes through fasting and just simple dietary changes, y'all. Under a doctor's supervision, of course. Always talk to your doctor about what you're doing so that they're in the loop. Your doctor is part of your team, and you always want to treat them as part of your team. So all of that said, all of these things can help you to achieve your goals. And I can tell you just my personal experience with this. I was going to see doctors to see if I had rheumatoid arthritis or lupus or something, because I could not even get out of bed. My legs, my feet, my back, everything hurt all the time. I mean, it was just impossible to even go walk around town without being in pain. Now, you know, and I was actually diagnosed with plantar fasciitis as well, which is a thickening of the skin essentially on your feet, which causes pain. So that has since gone away because that inflammation is now gone. So by reducing the inflammation in my body, I'm no longer in as much pain, and I'm able to go and do all the fun things that I want to go do with my family, and I'm not in pain doing it. I can actually look like I'm having a good time. And when I look back on pictures and I even see myself, even though I'm smiling, you can totally tell in those pictures I was in incredible pain. I didn't want to be there, and I was not having a good time. And that's not what I want my children to remember. I want them to remember the mom that wanted to get out and do all the things, have all the fun, do all the rides at the amusement park, and all of that. So that's kind of where we're at. So I've been doing a combination of these methods throughout my entire weight loss journey, as I've explained, and all have their benefits. So on a normal day, like I said, I'm doing a 24 intermittent fast. So I have a 4-hour eating window. And a lot of times I still do OMAD. Even if I don't have to, I find myself more satisfied because I'm having the ribeye and the eggs and the bacon, and I'm cooking it all in butter or tallow. You can also use tallow, which is also extremely satisfying and super creamy and yummy. So because I do OMAD intermittent fasting, it is also a calorie deficit. So essentially I'm doing all 3 of these things all at the same time. And in that combination, I'm also working out every day and following a program in my garage. Okay, I do follow a specific program, and I do it in my garage. So, and if, you know, it's just something that I think everybody could benefit from. If you're like me and you don't want to go to the gym, because I have this thing, like, yeah, I'm here on YouTube and I'm telling you all of these things, but that's because I don't want to gatekeep. Okay, this stuff has truly helped me and changed my life, and I really don't want to keep that to myself. It's very important that I share it with whoever wants to hear. So that's why I'm here. I'm just sharing what I know, what I've learned, and what I'm coming to learn as time goes on, just throughout my whole weight loss and also just journey of life. Okay, so that's kind of why I'm here. I'm just sharing my journey with all of you and all of that. But that said, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want people looking at me. Like, I have this thing. It's one thing to take a video, edit it the way I want it to look for a workout video, and share that part with all of you. It's another thing to be at the gym thinking that y'all are just staring at me and judging me for like how I do something. I don't know. It's just weird. I'm a weirdo. Okay? That's okay. That's just the way it is. I just don't want to go to the gym and have anybody looking at me. Excuse me. So in a future video, I'm going to mention all the benefits of moving your body daily and developing a solid routine. And the reason why is because a lot of people get wrapped around the axle that you have to go to the gym. You don't have to, as evidenced by me. You don't have to pay for a program. So in a future video, I'm going to tell you all those tips and tricks so that you too can start on this journey as well. Now, I have a quick disclaimer. These tools aren't for everyone, okay? If you're pregnant, nursing, have a history of disordered eating, certain medical conditions, that's why I mentioned you should always consult your doctor. Make sure that your team is on your team and on your side, and that they understand what you're doing, they understand the reasons why. And if you don't have a doctor that's friendly with like a carnivore, keto, intermittent fasting type diet, then you might want to find a different doctor, because 9 times out of 10 doctors are going to be pretty happy with you talking about doing some kind of keto or intermittent fasting, okay? So definitely talk to your healthcare providers, make sure they're in the loop on this. So whether you start with a simple 12-hour fast, experiment with 1 meal a day, OMAD, or focus on maintaining a calorie deficit, so just making sure that when you eat, each day, those 3 meals, that they are lower calorie meals, these small changes that you make can lead to a massive transformation. I'm evidence of that. Okay, I truly am. And over here, I'll put a picture of what I looked like before and what I look like now. So drop a comment below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, of course, to Becoming a Biblical Trophy Wife. I would love to see your beautiful face back in here, checking it out. So like I said, drop that comment below and let me know. Have you tried intermittent fasting or OMAD? Are you doing a calorie deficit? I'm just curious. So share your thoughts with me. Thanks for watching. Of course, stay strong, stay grateful, and remember, your body was designed to thrive and always be a prize. Have a great night.